What's going on, people, and welcome to another European away leaked video ranking. 16 teams involved in this one. As I say, I'll go from 16 to number 1 in that order. And as I said, these are leaked kits. I don't know how close they're going to be to the official released products, but these are leaked. So let me know yours in the comments, guys, in your order. Let's get into it. So at number 16, we've gone with Rangers. They've obviously gone with the blue, the white and the red again. I like the white part of the shirt, and I even like the neck with the stripes. And how they've done it and matched it up on the sleeves. I like the Castore sponsor. I like the badge for the Rangers with the lettering. I don't like the sponsor because I'm not a fan of betting companies. But I do like the white part of the shirt. But then you've got this diagonal strip going across that I just think ruins the shirt. Because like the top half's been designed and had effort put into it. And someone then just thought, oh, we'll just slap a bit on the bottom. They didn't have enough time to finish it, basically. Like, this would have been so much nicer if it was if they just stripped the red off and kept it like it is for the white part of the shirt and just have the white and the blue for the majority of it. So for me, I think it had the potential to be a very nice shirt, but they ruined it with that red patch going across in a diagonal manner. I just don't like it. It looks something like you put together, like you made yourself, basically. It doesn't look professional with that red bit. So for me, Rangers away, 16th place. Coming in at number 15, I've gone, again, disappointingly, with Inter Milan. As I said, I've been a fan of a lot of their kits over the years, but this one is kind of like a tie-dye effect. I don't like it. I usually like that tone of that kind of bluey or sea foamy kind of colour I usually like, but I don't think it works with this one. I think there's too much white on it, there's too much of that sea foam. I just don't think it blends well. It looks a bit like a t-shirt to me. Not a massive fan of the sponsor with the digital bits. I don't like the new Inter badge either since they changed it into the more modern one. I don't like it. The Nike tick's okay, but I just think it looks more like a t-shirt. So in terms of creation and effort, I don't think there's a lot. So for me, a bit bland. Number 15, Inter Milan. Number 14, we've got PSG. I'm not a fan. I usually like grey stuff, but for me, again, I would have preferred it if it was just probably one colour with the grey instead of having that black strip down the middle where it fades in the middle a bit. I don't like the sponsor either. I think it's too big. Obviously, they're partnered with Jordan. They got the Jumpman logo there still, which I think still looks nice on the shirt. And I think the badge itself looks nice as well. But I'd have preferred it if they didn't have that black strip down the middle and the sponsor. So even if the sponsor was minimised a bit, I think it would improve the shirt. I think it's just too big, and I don't like that black strip, as I said. I'd have preferred it if it was black and grey without that strip in the middle. So for me, I feel like they've gone back in terms of design over the last few years. So disappointing effort for me from them, especially now being partnered with Jordan. People have their eyes on PSG's kits releases every year now because they expect a lot. And there will be people that like it, but I think that they could have done a lot better with this effort. So for me, PSG 14th. Number 13, we've got Borussia Dortmund. Gone with the two designs here with the checks on the left-hand side of the shirt. And then on the right, you've got the solid black with the yellow of the badge. And the Puma. And then you've got the yellow strips on the sleeves and the neck, which I think ties in well with the overall balance of the shirt. But I don't like that checkered side of it, and I don't like that sponsor in the middle with the white. There's too much of like that white box just kills the shirt for me. I'm not a fan of the checkerboard effect just on half of the shirt either, and that they're all different sizes. I like the strips of yellow on the black, but I would have preferred it if they kept it more simple and just had it black and yellow. Without that, and even with the sponsor, I think the sponsor's too big, but even if you got rid of the white box around it, it would improve it. So for me, I think this one's a bit all over the place, a bit messy, had a lot of potential again, but I don't think they hit the mark with this. So 13th place, Borussia Dortmund. 12th place, we've got RB Leipzig. Obviously, with a Red Bull in their title, I like what they've done with the sponsor there on the shirt. I think it's probably about the right size for the shirt as well. Maybe slightly too big, but I think it ties in well with the badge, obviously. They've got like a cross design on there as well. I like the white tick on the red as well for the Nike tick, and then you got that ties in with a white badge on the back as well with a red over the top. And I quite like the shape of the neck with a circular neck and the cuffs on the sleeves as well. But for me, just don't like the pattern on it with the sort of lines through it and the cross effect. I think it's just a little bit bland. I think the sponsor itself with the yellow pops a bit. But I just think I wouldn't go out and buy this myself, but I see what they've tried to do with it. I'm just not a massive fan of it. So 12th place, RB Leipzig. 11th place, we've got Atletico Madrid. Whale fin sponsor, never heard of that. I'm not a fan of the upside down triangle piece on the neck, but I do quite like the rest of the neck, but I think that triangle bit ruins it. I like the shade of, I don't know what you would, that's like a very, very, very light blue in the badge, and then it matches up with the same as the sponsor colour. I like that shade, and then they got the dark blue under the arms a bit, goes around the sleeves a bit as well, which I quite like. I just think they could have probably done a bit more with the design on this. I think it's a bit simple, and as I said, if that triangle wasn't there, the upside down triangle on the neck, I think it would have improved it slightly. So not a terrible effort, but I think they could have put a bit more effort into it. 11th place, Atletico Madrid. 10th place, we've got Celtic. Now, I'm usually a fan of this sort of green. Green's my favourite colour, for those of you that don't know, and I quite like striped kits. But for me, I think, as you can see in the image, the back of it is shown as well. I think the Magnus is too big in terms of the writing and the text. I like the Celtic FC bit on just below the neck on the back. I like the white Adidas on it as well, and I like the badge itself with the border around it and the star above. And even the sponsor, I think, fits it. But I'm just not a massive fan of the stripes, the lighter green over the dark green. I'm not, and as I said, I love green, but for something about this that just, I don't think it's as good as it could have been. I like the light green stripes, but I think like the dark green kind of kills it a bit. I think that even if they'd have balanced out the stripes a bit more, I think it would have worked more. Bit of a shame, because I usually like this kind of thing, but I feel like the size of the text on the back, as I said, and the stripes not being of equal measure in terms of the dark and the light, I'm just not a massive fan of it. But yeah, I like Celtic kicks over the years, but I don't think they got this one dead on. So 10th place, Celtic. 9th place, we've got AC Milan. Kept to their colours, their tradition, their history, with the white, black and the red. The badge obviously with the star above, the Puma. I like that they've matched up with the neck with the sleeves as well. The Emirates fly better, which they've been with for a while now. I think it's quite a smart kit. I'm just not a massive fan of the lines on the front. I would have preferred it if them lines weren't there and it was just white. So yeah, it's more or less just the lines on this one that ruins it for me. But apart from that, I think it's a very nice shirt. AC Milan, 9th place. 8th place, I've gone with PSV. They've obviously, it looks a little bit like a Croatia shirt in terms of the checkerboard effect in the background. But I like how the red pops over the dark colours of that. And then you've also got the writing with the sponsor on the front with the same red. And then it ties in with the red stripes on the PSV badge as well. With the stars on it too, with the gold stars. I like the neck and the sleeves again. It's kind of like that stitchy kind of pattern. I don't know how you describe it, but I like what they've done with it. I think it would have been better again if it was just a solid background instead of a patterned effect with the checkerboard. But Quite a smart design. I'm pretty pleased with it. Yeah, I don't think it's a terrible kit. I just would have preferred it without that checkerboard effect. So PSV, 8th place. 7th place, we got Bayern Munich. Very smart shirt, very simple, but I like the gold and the white. I quite like the sleeves as well, where it cuts off halfway with the lines and the gold. I like the Adidas with the gold as well, and T-Mobile sponsor. And then obviously the badge with the gold and the gold stars above it. Got the black trimming around the neck as well, with the gold trimming as well, and then the Adidas stripes down the shoulder bits as well. So very simple design, but I think it's very effective. I think it's very smart, and I hope that this is close to what it's actually going to be for theirs, because I would buy this kit. I think it's very smart. As I said, I like the gold and the white blend. Bayern Munich, 7th place. 6th place, I've gone with Porto. Yellow design, some like triangle stripes, if you will, diagonal stripes going, and then it cuts off to a solid yellow through the middle. Got the New Balance as well there. The Porto badge, which I think is a very colourful badge anyway. I think it goes over the yellow nicely as well. I quite like the sleeves, even though it's different colours. It's a little bit of a different tone of yellow as well, it looks like, so. But I think it still works. I really like the buttoned piece on the neck. Almost like navy, blacky. Is it black on? I think it's almost navy stripe across the top of the neck. And then the slightly different yellow, offbeat yellow as well underneath, with the button up. So I think it's a very smart shirt. I think it's a bit hit and miss if people will like this one, but I'm quite a big fan of bright colours and different kits that people sort of might say that are a bit out there. And you got the Batano sponsor as well. I think it's just a smart kit. I think they got the balance right in terms of design, pattern and the colours. Yeah, good effort from Porto, and that's why I've got it 6th place. 5th place, we've gone with Ajax. Gold and the navy I think works well. I think the sponsor itself, the Ziggo, is a little bit big, but I think that they just about get away with it. Obviously the gold Adidas over it I think is very smart. You got the gold Ajax badge as well, and I like the fact that they've changed the star colour to the actual team badge, because most teams have the same colour with the stars and the badge. I like the fact that they changed the colours with that. They got the red stars above the gold, with to match up with the red stripes on the top for the Adidas on the shoulders. And then you got this triangle kind of diamondy effect on the neck and the sleeves, which I quite like. It's a little bit different, this one, but I like it, and I like what they've done with this. Ajax, 5th place. 4th place, Real Madrid. They've obviously had purple designed kits in the past. I like the kind of daggered effect in this, almost triangular pattern, if you will. I think the black over the purple goes very well as well. The different shades of purple I think works well. It looks very retro. And I like the fact of the solid black along the bottom of the sleeves as well. And then around the back of the sleeves it goes to purple. And then you've got the black Adidas stripes on the shoulders to link up with the black of the collar. And then you've got the sort of faded in team badge on the shirt itself, with a bit of the black from the badge, and they've put that bit black on the badge, and I think it blends well with the black Emirates fly better, and obviously the Adidas. And then the black trimmings around the sleeves and the neck. So yeah, big fan of it. It's different. It looks very retro. I wasn't sure when I first saw it, but I've grown to like it more and more. So that's why it's this low down. Real Madrid, 4th place. 3rd place, I've gone with Barcelona. Very different. I think this one is going to be a bit Marmite for people. I'm not a massive fan of the pattern on the shirt. I know it's to do with the culture and Barcelona itself, but I'd have preferred it if it was just a solid gold instead of having pattern on it. But I really like the gold. And I even like the sleeves, what they've done with it's almost like a turquoise gold and a black. And then the black ties in with the black night tick, the black on the badge, and the black with the Spotify. I think it's a very smart shirt. As I said, all I would change about it is I would have a solid gold instead of having patterns on it. I understand why they've done the patterns, but for me, a preference, I would have just had it solid gold. But a big fan of this. I think it's a great effort, and gold to represent Barcelona in terms of their history and the richness of the club in terms of just footballing, not necessarily financially, but footballing stature. I think it's very good. And I love what they've done with the sleeves with that turquoise and the gold as well and the black. So Barcelona, great effort, number 3. Number 2, I've got something very out there and very different. It doesn't really look like a football top, but I like it so much that they've been so brave and been very different. It kind of reminds me of some of the old Italian kits with the skin tight, which I never liked. But there's something about, I think it's the colours in this and the effort that's gone into it. And it's Galatasaray. First of all, they've got this just crazy design of patterns, which I'm not a huge fan of with other shirts, as you all know. But with this, it works somehow. It's crazy, it's out there, and you've got that in the middle in terms of the torso. Then over the top of that darkness, you've got the tangy, zesty, citrusy orange colour, but more of a tango orange. And then you've got that tango orange in the Galatasaray badge itself with the tango stars. And then you've got that popping red, which is almost like a candy kind of red. I think the orange and the red blends really well on the badge. I like the fact that they've got an orange and a red on each sleeve to make it a little bit different, but it also matches in with the badge itself. And then you've got the tangy Nike tick on it. Then you've got that silky kind of smooth effect on the sleeves, separate from the design of the torso bit in the middle. And then you've got that circular collar, which I always love as well. Looks very lightweight. I'd definitely wear it. It doesn't really look like a football top, but I would wear it. It looks more like a t-shirt or a training top, or even like a running top or something. But I really like that it's so different. And I'm not usually a fan of these sort of things, but there's something about it that I really like, and that's why I've got it at number 2. And then number 1, guys, for this week, I've gone with Juventus. The black and the silvery white. I think it's silver. It looks silver on the image. The Adidas over the black with the silvery white over the black, I think is beautiful. I'm not a massive fan of the Jeep with the lightning in it, but I think it works well with this effort on these colours. Got the bordering of the white with on the Jeep as well, and then you got the 3 stars above the Juventus badge. I prefer the old Juventus badge, but I think this works well on this shirt itself. And then you got the collar with a black and then the thin strip of white over the top. I think it's really smart, and you've got like a patterned effect in that black on the base of the shirt as well. I just love the simplicity of it, but they have a little bit of design in terms of pattern in there as well. And then you've got the stripes over the top on the shoulder for the Adidas too. I think they haven't overcomplicated it. I think it works well. It looks smart. It looks suave to me. And they haven't gone too mad with it. So I like the fact that they haven't gone mad with it. But I think they got the balance right. And I think it's a really smart shirt. I'd probably change the lightning on the Jeep bit. But as I said, I still think they get away with it and it works enough. So that is my number 1, guys. This is my ranked European away kits for the season coming. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Let me know your order in the comments and what your number 1 would be. And I'll see you guys soon.